searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Damn Kane, you done killed Abel. Unbalanced land trying to keep the people stable. The way I feel, I might it all up. The way you feel, you might do it for the bug. All black, born to be a rebel. After this, I might go and water down the double. Listen to everything around me, I can't see. Picked a dozen roses and left them in Galilee rolling thunder. Don't hear my cry, don't let alibis flash. If I finally starting to realize, never give up and coincide. I can't watch TV, it's all a lot. Tired of trying, go ahead and fly. Everybody want a straight answer, but media keep us blind. A good heart is not hard to find. Why do people try to define infrastructure right? I don't got time, infrastructure right, I don't got time. I could it's all to we're talking about your to protecting the sons and daughters from political and slaughter.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Never play by the rules, guess I'm paying my dues. They gon' try to intrude, poison the multitude. They be quick to accuse, when you got different views. Just know you gon' pay the price, based off the item you choose. Many ties in the culture, hit you with MK Ultra. I knew you was a vulture, Holy Ghost get the ushers. No, I can't trust you. Shock you, then now you fluster. Crashing down, I was clutter. Doing this so subtle, falling out through the rubble. Remember this in jungle, the top always gonna get something. In the middle, gotta stay hunting. Why the rush left with nothing? 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 Agitated illusion, only built for confusion. The institution, modern day execution. Think I know the solution, maybe not should I do it. Just put it in the music, just put it in the music.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. You'll burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it all that you desire. No ceiling was that never be the same. You burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it all that you desire. No ceiling was that never be the same. You burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it all that you desire. No ceiling was that never be the same.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. Way back then, you could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich, then went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did you let it go miss?
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Mahomes now on first down. A screen to Bell. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
5-yard line.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Wilson with the handoff.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And it's third down.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Now Wilson. That's caught by Hollister. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jacob Hollister, 38 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Here's Mecole Hardman. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. And going deep for Hill. This is intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Damn, Kane, you done killed Abel. Unbalanced land, trying to keep the people stable. The way I feel, I might it all up. The way you feel, you might do it for the buck. All black, born to be a rebel. After this, I might go and water down the devil. Listen to everything around me, I can't see. You picked a dozen roses and left them in Galilee rolling thunder. Don't hear my cry, don't let alibis flash. If I finally starting to realize, never give up and go. I can't watch TV, it's all a lot. Tired of trying, go ahead and fly. Everybody want a straight answer, but media keep us blind. A good heart is not hard to find. Why these people try to define infrastructure right? I don't got time, infrastructure right, I don't got time. I could it's all to we're talking about your boss to protecting the sons and daughters from political manslaughter.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Never play by the rules, guess I'm paying my dues. They gon' try to intrude, poison the multitude. They be quick to accuse, when you got different views. Just know you gon' pay the price, based off the item you choose. When it's ties in the culture, hit you with MK Ultra. I knew you was a vulture, Holy Ghost get the ushers. No, I can't trust you. Shock you, then now you fluster. Crashing down, I was clutter. Doing this so subtle, fumbling out through the rubble. Remember this in jungle, the top always gonna get something. In the middle, gotta stay hunting. Why the rush left with nothing? 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 Agitated illusion, only built for confusion. The institution, modern day execution. Think I know the solution. Maybe not should I do it? Just put it in the music. Just put it in the music.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. You'll burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it out that you desire. No ceiling wins that never be the same. You burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing right through your veins? Though you make it out that you desire.
She right got me.
Hit boy and be some. You gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. Get changed, name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting up the back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant, he said I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay, look, sometimes you need the faith, sometimes you need to know your worth, sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but in front of the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake, you gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage, with the mainframe, loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a fool. Oh. Men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be greatest of all times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb. Came out of my mama with some running tennis shoes. Faster than the speeding bullet. No, it's cool, it's cool. Don't play with it, baby. Say, what you gonna do?
Party going up. A champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. I shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like work the middle, 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 work the. Pan a camera to the middle of the dance floor. I think there's something going down. Shorty packing goods like a transport, and I ain't never seen something so round. How round? Round like a planet in orbit, round like a b-ball. 23 Jordan, dunking on default. Automatic forces attract me to females. I look this gorgeous. How did you even come in existence? Hey, or did you just appear out in an instance? You got me all driven, revving my pistons. I wonder if she like the stick shift. Ay, count a 4 and make a wish. I wish that shorty keep it lit. Cause if I shoot my shot, I won't miss. No backboard, gotta sound a light switch. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, go ahead, touch down like that. Go ahead, touch down like that. Go ahead, touch down like that. Go ahead, touch down.
a sip, but it's split. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's split. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again.
Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you trying to do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you at today. I couldn't tell it to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the pastor say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last a day. I got the city talking about me like a passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run out. Trying to duck the LMPD. Go and get your self-esteem up. And she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto Biz, what this pink stuff is. Long tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't felt me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in your bag, I'm about to get in it. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat.
Throw it in rotation. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me? Hold on. I got a crowd wrapping around the whole town for me. They mama proud, got a thou in the balcony. Nah, 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 I don't hear no clown talking foul on me. Won't shoot me down, send the cavalry. It been a while since I had time for me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Hello. Max March out with the polo. Like my style, don't ya? Nights like this, I wish I was with ya. On my turf, roll out the Henry Rux. She like when I hit the receiver. Friend hop in, this is a four-seater. Made a yank straight out the wood, I'm Derek Jeter. Major leaguer, no fatigue. We don't get no handout, we don't get no Macarinas. Never gon' throw your back out, tryna work, you need a breather. I need a break. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me? Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me? Hold on. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down. Tell me who you talking to. Roll up that Sinatra, fly la mama to the moon. She asked me what's my life path. Told her 55 south to the cab. So many couches I crashed. Shout out Zazo, Tree Tree, and shout classic. I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the fuck up, baby. I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the fuck up.
Put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls, head to toe designer. Drip, little bit, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had 2 necks. I got homies that can sleep without 2. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah, drip, little bit, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, little bit.
Tonight, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Washington football team, taking on Andy Dalton and the Dallas Cowboys.
This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the Dallas Cowboys.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Dustin Hopkins has it on the tee, and here we go from our nation's capital. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Out comes Andy Dalton and company. Dalton, of course, grew up in Texas, played his college ball at TCU, and now his home is back in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex with these Cowboys.
The day one starter his rookie year. He also won a whole lot of games as well. First 5 years, the Bengals went to the playoffs each and every year. Continues to evolve as a quarterback, learning how to work around a running game, an offensive line, and receivers that continue to develop.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Brings up second and
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throw left side complete. It's Elliott.
to Ezekiel Elliott.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Dalton sets up play action. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again. Dalton. It'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 22-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. A first down throw coming for Dalton. Able to hit his target, Lamb. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
CD Lamb was my favorite receiver in this year's draft, and it's still hard for me to believe that he lasted till the 17th pick of the first round. No one took him before that, and Dallas, surprisingly, finds him available, takes him, and you see why. Great hands, great route running. This guy is Mr. Excitement.
A 3-yard.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Dalton here from the gun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Dalton hands off to Elliott. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Ball carrier.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So 2 3rd-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Cowboys trot out Greg Zuerlein from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead.
Washington, 0.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
That'll be taken about a yard deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they're led out by their 24-year-old quarterback in his 3rd season from Houston. It's Kyle Allen.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked to He wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 27, Allen. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. From the gun, it's Allen.
Open man is Antonio Gandy Golden.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
That's good.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line.
They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Allen again. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
With the score.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Again, they'll throw with Allen. His throw incomplete. Dontrell Inman, the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. That is first incompletion after a 4-for-4 start.
Yeah, but they shouldn't back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And again, it's Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On play action, Allen. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
36-yard line.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 19. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. From 19 yards away. And Washington has taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A 10-play drive that time. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Well, the Dallas Cowboys managed a victory against the New York Giants Week 5, but certainly at a terrible price, losing quarterback Dak Prescott to a compound right ankle fracture and dislocation that required immediate surgery afterwards. And the early reports out of Dallas, injury expected to be season-ending. Terrible way to end such a brilliant beginning to the year. Prescott throwing for more yards than any other quarterback in history, Charles, through those first 4 games.
He was actually tracking towards a 2,000-yard season in the first 5 games. You know, I mean, that's just absolutely amazing what he was doing. Mantle now falls to Andy Dalton, and this is why you sign a veteran quarterback, right? A guy who was a starter previously in Cincinnati for 9 seasons. What people have often forgotten, they went to the playoffs 6 times with Andy Dalton. The problem is they didn't win any of those playoff games, but he got them there 6 times. So this is a more than capable quarterback, and what a finish he put on to help them rally and beat the Giants. So despite their 2-3 record, they sit atop the NFC East, and I think with Dalton as their quarterback, they still remain the favorite to win that division. They host Arizona coming up, then they travel to Washington.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Dalton throwing complete there to Cooper. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The pickup there, 5 yards.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Passing, it's Dalton. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Only a yard there, sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That's a double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
For the Washington football team, 1-4 through 5 weeks of the season, losing at home against the Rams in Week 5. But, Charles, even with the loss, the story of the game, no doubt, was Kyle Allen getting knocked out. And then enter Alex Smith. First time in 693 days that he had been active, thrust into action. Remember the gruesome leg injury back in November of 2018. He had 17 surgeries in 9 months. Almost had the leg amputated, and here he was back on an NFL field. And although the stats weren't great, CD, how neat to see him back out there.
It's beyond neat, and I've heard a number of people say it. It's not an original thought, but it's something we're all thinking. They can just go ahead and give comeback player of the year to Alex Smith right now. You know, there really is no other competition, because what he came back from, what you just said, from almost having his leg taken from him to starting and to playing in an NFL game, that's off the charts. And I loved how you mentioned it during the broadcast when you said the one thing missing would be, you know, is the 80,000 people at FedEx Field to give him a standing ovation. That would have been very, very cool, but still the moment, overwhelming. I don't care about the score. I don't care about anything else. And the only other thing is what set the stage was Kyle Allen elevated to starter, and Dwayne Haskins not dropped to 2, but to number 3 and was inactive for the game, which made Alex Smith the backup, and he was available when Kyle Allen got hurt.
One quick story, you know, the first time he got hit was Aaron Donald jumping on his back for a sack, and then you could see Aaron Donald on the sideline after lip mouth. You could read his lips. He said, gosh, that guy's leg's pretty strong.
Oh, boy, that's so great to hear, isn't it? And you know, in the heat of the moment, you just play the game. But, you know, Aaron Donald, somewhat relieved as well that his leg was really strong and no other damage came as a result. So for this Washington team that's really struggling, trying to make changes, 2 division games coming up, at the Giants, home for Dallas, and frankly, both are winnable before an open week in Week 8.
Here's Tressway now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone.
A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return.
And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Despite only needing 1, Dalton to throw. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Dalton, 1st and 10.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Play fake. Here's Dalton. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Dalton's pass, incomplete. Out of the end zone. Landon Collins on the coverage.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dalton. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, fire like dragon. Man, I'm flying past Saturn. Out of here like I ain't that savage.
Greg Zerline to kick off.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Taken in the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Throwing on first down is Allen. And right with it here over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Allen. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Well, switching gears for a second. Look, Charles, we know it's part of the game, but injuries, again, a big story in Week 5. Most notably, of course, Dak Prescott. Pretty severe ankle injury that's going to keep him out the remainder of the season. And that's really just the latest in what has been a tough year already. Gosh, you could probably build an all-pro team, Charles, with some of the guys who have gone down.
Yeah, an all-pro team, and at worst, a Pro Bowl team, because you're talking about names like Saquon Barkley with the New York Giants, Cortland Sutton with Denver, Marlon Mack, Indianapolis, Nick Bosa, San Francisco, all of them injuries that have them lost for the year. Michael Thomas got hurt in the season opener with New Orleans. We haven't seen him since. Nick Chubb with Cleveland on IR. Christian McCaffrey with Carolina. They've all missed significant time, so it's been a tough year for injuries. Some teams are playing around them better than others, and we'll see how it goes the rest of the year, but we wish all these guys who are hurt a speedy recovery.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Hard throw, incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Got to be careful here. Dalton. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
A first down carry by Elliott.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Ball carrier.
But one thing we certainly know, Alabama churns out first-round picks, and there's another nice play there by one of them, Jonathan Allen, the big defensive tackle.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Dalton here from the gun. And his throw is incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Dalton.
He'll go underneath here to Elliott.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. And the Washington offense heading out.
And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
They run with a former Buccaneer. It's Peyton Barber.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Down at the 31.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd down, it's Gibson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle made by
officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's now
as usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field.
And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Dalton and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10
at the 31-yard line.
He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
The ball carrier.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd and 9, Dalton to the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Dalton's pass.
Amari Cooper, 68 yards. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On first down,
Gibson.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Allen. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jalen Smith charging hard for that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Washington on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
From the gun, it's Allen. Looking long for Thomas. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Allen, he's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether there's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Allen to throw once more. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Getting set to go again, we get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the gun, Dalton toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. 10th carry now for Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Being chased out left. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It'll go as a 42, making a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. To the air, Allen. And he will go down. A a Cowboys sack. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A gain of 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Allen. And a sideline pass. That's caught by Thomas. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. Got a man, it's right. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Brandon's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Clock running as Washington will try and hurry up. Back to throw. Allen. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They'll look to throw. And that one his first incompletion in his last 6 passes. And it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. He'll go underneath with this one to McKissick. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
For Terry McLaurin.
There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. And they'll get him down right around the 16. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson, and he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11.
Holding offense.
This is unbelievable.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming.
A 28-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. Tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Dustin Hopkins.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. So now Dalton. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And the Washington offense going back to work. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
He's taken down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, Allen. Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by Dallas.
And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Elliott. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Number 21.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Again, it's Elliott. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Time now for Dalton's turn here in the extra session. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
It's a gain of 6.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And that time almost intercepted. That would have changed things here in overtime, but instead 2nd down.
It's now 2nd down.
Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
Dalton's pass.
But you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Play action now, Dalton. Oh, so close but incomplete. Could have been a big turnover in overtime if he'd held on. Instead, though, it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So on now is Greg Zuerlein in a pressure situation. Washington looking for another timeout, and they get it. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming from the right hash. This from 33. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead.
Tonight's final score.
We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Washington, thanks for watching, and good night, everybody.